Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Shanai is back at it again for another episode of ShanaiSpace.
Get strong.
So hey guys, today, who knows how long this video is going to be, but I kind of just want to be real with y'all, very real. And what am I not? What am I not? But yeah, today I actually have notes. I had to like write down some things that I was thinking, because I feel like the idea for this video was coming to me kind of just like day to day, just like when in the middle of doing things. I was like, like maybe. And now I think I'm finally like there, so it's not like, anyway, today's episode, I feel like I always today's video, doesn't matter. Today we're talking about gratitude. Yeah, today we're talking about gratitude. So I'll just give you a quick little rundown. Right now I got rice in my teeth. Shout out to Alvin, because this rice he made is busting. It's busting. I just know he made it with like, who knows, but part of me knows he made it with like meat in it. I'm not mad, but there's no meat in it technically, and I'm fucking it up. But it's really good. I don't eat meat. That's the thing. Either way, it's delicious. I'm very grateful. But yeah, I am feeling particularly grateful. And usually I feel very grateful, but I'm feeling extremely grateful, and I feel like I just want to tell y'all about it, because I've been facing a lot of disappointments actually, and I wasn't ready to make another one. It's like approaching finals week / finals week might be next week or the week after, something like that. So whenever you guys see this video, it might actually be finals week, but I don't really know. I might actually get this video like in a few days. I don't know. Today's the 30th and of April, and it doesn't really matter, y'all. Like the point is, yeah, so that's happening. And so like, it's not that work for classes like picked up, it's just like, I just gotta get it done for real. And so that's been taking some of my time. I have a senior project that I'm like really actually invested in, I actually care about. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know if y'all know, like I don't know what I actually have been telling y'all. But basically, I'm pretty sure I told y'all, but either way, like college, whatever, I'm a creative storytelling major. I made my own major being here, and it got approved, and it's basically so that I don't have to fit into just one medium of storytelling or like creative writing or like writing. It's just so I could feel not boxed in, like I love film, I love photography, I love art, like I love everything, like I love all art mediums. Like that's my thing. The only thing I probably like haven't tried / know how to do yet is like graphic design and like maybe like fashion stuff, but I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to get into some sewing stuff, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like graphic design, like I have not tried that. Am I interested in it? So that's the only one. Everything else, amazing. Not that I don't think graphic design is amazing, I just don't know Shanae's into that. Either way, just like chatting right now. But and I'm just grateful I get to chat on here for real. When I was a kid, like people really did not listen to me fucking talk. So I'm grateful that I just have a space for me to just talk. Just talk. But anyway, gratitude. Yeah, so I've been facing like some I don't even know if it's setbacks for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really trusting that my life is headed toward this incredible place, you know what I'm saying? I just have too much in me to expect less. And I want too much, and I love too much to expect or believe that, one, that I deserve less, but but to even believe that less is even what I'm gonna fucking get. Like, absolutely not. LOL. Those days are over. So, but yeah, but I just want to be very fucking transparent. So, basically, right now, where should I start? Let's jump back. So maybe a week or two ago, yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I went to Chicago, right? I was telling you I was gonna go to Chicago. I didn't tell you I was gonna go. I don't know. I think maybe the last time I talked to my mom, or maybe the time before that, which was like 2 months ago or something. Who fucking knows? But either way, last time I talked to Shorty on the phone, she was like, oh, you know, you should go check out the apartments before you decide to get there, you know, before you decide just to move there and stuff. And I was like, okay. And everybody kept putting in my head, like, just go check it out, go check it out. So, you know, niggas is trying to get the money together, go check it out. Mind you, I don't know if I told y'all, but I been quit Cumberland. Yeah, I used to work at Cumberland Farms. I been quit that job. Like, I told y'all I started that job, quit that job. I'm not meant to work for other people. And it's just the thing, it's just slave labor. It's slave labor for real. Like, I know y'all, like, you know, other people, they be going out and they be selling their motherfucking life energy for that paper, and I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I refuse, especially if it's something that doesn't please me. And if it pleases me, I most likely would do it for free. Like, and I wouldn't say no to money, but I wouldn't need it, you know. That's just how I feel. I'm also in a very fucking privileged place right now because I'm in college, but the truth is we're gonna get there. So anyway, right, I'm saying I'm in a privileged place because I'm in college and I'm very, like, I'm protected right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm living inside of a dorm, like, I'm living on a campus, you know, like, they give me food and shit. Like, I really don't gotta worry about nothing right now. Like, right now everything's good, everything's great. Everything feels good for me. So yeah, ain't really nothing bad about that. Ain't nothing bad about that. But yeah, like I said, you know, like, life is good right now, technically speaking. And truthfully speaking, you know, like, I feel good, I'm feeling grateful again. But yeah, 2 weeks ago, I finally, it's not even that I even got the money together, mind you. It's really that my tax return came in enough motherfucking time for me to actually go ahead with the trip I had already booked like a month prior to that. Yeah, so probably I booked the fucking tickets in March to go to Chicago, the plane tickets, and I got the, you know, the round trip. And then I'm like, all right, now I just gotta wait for this other money to come in, because, you know, I'm like, that shit, I've like, that was very fucking difficult to trust. First of all, I had a little voice in my ear, not a human person, just a little voice in my ear, because I think I told you, like, when I'm high and stuff, drugs, when I'm like high, or when I'm like on shrooms, whatever, like, I be hearing just the voice of the universe, just heavy, loud, very loud, like, you know what I'm saying, I just be hearing it. And like, my whole thing, I think since I started really like doing drugs and stuff, like, it's been that I don't really want to have to do drugs to do that, you know, like, I want to be able to feel that and be in that space without doing drugs, because that's just like, why the middleman? I don't need the middleman. And like, it's cool, like, if I'm just trying to get lit, not lit, like, but you know, if I'm just trying to be high, like, that's fun. But it's just like, I don't want to have to be high in order to be in this place, feel me? But anyway, point is, I do be hearing her loud and clear, right? And so recently I've been feeling like, you know, the less I do drugs and the more present I choose to be, and like, the more like I'm just taking care of myself and stuff like that, just the more intentional I am being with like my presence in my life and everything, like, the easier I hear her like in my day-to-day life. So anyway, she tells me, book these tickets, and I'm like, you're lying. I'm like, you're chatting, I'm not gonna, what you mean book the tickets? But you know, I want to. So, you know, whatever, she give me a little sign or two. She be definitely jumping on my motherfucking TikTok, I'm not gonna lie. It was really funny. Somebody on TikTok, literally somebody was like, oh, some TikTok video, they were like, I'm scrolling, and shorty is like, you know, stop. You know how they all be, it's raining outside, sorry, I just got distracted, I was looking at my plants. But you know how they all be I don't know what side of TikTok y'all are on. I'm on spiritual TikTok. I told you that. And so on my spiritual TikTok, mad people will be like, stop scrolling. Ah, bah, bah, bah. You know, and I'll be scrolling sometimes. Like, come on. Not everybody's actually worth listening. Not worth listening to, but like obviously not every single fucking one is, you know, discernment. But either way, one of them, I'm listening to her and she's like, somebody, not somebody, they be saying God, and I just filter it out. Love, right? That's the replacement for me. It's not that it's not the same, but we'll get into that later. The point is, love, the universe, right? They got a message for you. They're really talking to somebody right now who, this is the TikTok person, they're talking to somebody right now who, something about Chicago, something about Brooklyn. I was like, what? What? And mind you, right? And the next story is going to be about Brooklyn. So, whatever. Chicago, right? And I'm just like, and they're like, do it now. And I'm like, whatever. So then I go to Delta, and I've been trying to go to Delta for mad long because I use Delta. I love Delta. But Delta was not fucking with me. Her app was not fucking with me. She did not let me book the tickets. She was like, no. And then I heard a little, use United. I said, I don't like United. I don't like United at all. But I did want to go to Chicago. So I'm like, fine. And United was way cheaper. Way fucking cheaper. Real calm. You know what I'm saying? Angel numbers on the times. I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. And then like and I have like a whole list on my phone of like all the meanings of like the angel numbers, like personally for me and stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, it wasn't like I just saw any angel number, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw some good ones. So I was like, okay, cool. Fine. Whatever. Book the tickets. Bam. And I'm like, okay, well, now we gotta get a hotel. But they told me not to worry about the hotel yet. And I'm like, okay. Mind you, home insecurity is not a joke. I'm living here right now, but word to everything, bro, like, I don't know, y'all gotta, if y'all haven't vetted me yet, if y'all haven't looked at all my like poetry and stuff like that, like, go look at it. Because there's this poem I have that's called Displaced, bro. That really fucking sums it up. Like, I've had too many horrible ass experiences living in other people's houses, one, and then also just not feeling like I have a place to live, two, actually not having a place to live for real. And it's like the way that, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna just tell y'all this definition real quick, but basically for homelessness, like, I've never had to live on the streets, right? I've been blessed enough to not have to live on the streets, but the T is like I feel like I've lived in one, I've had to house hop, hell yeah, oh my god, I fucking hate that shit. House hopping with a fucking suitcase and all this extra shit, or just living in fucking my ex-boyfriend's crib, or like shit like that, just trying to just because the home environment was too fucking toxic, was like just too fucking, it just was not it, bro. It was not it, and it wasn't even a fucking home. So that's my experience with homelessness. And once I left for fucking college, I really hope I'm not, like, y'all probably got some of this story, but either way, once I left for college, I'm like, that's it, I'm not living with these people no more. Like, if I have to live with these people, I'd rather live on the motherfucking streets. Like, it's really that motherfucking deep. It's sad. Like, it's real sad. So it's just like, whatever. Right? That's really the tea. Like, that's the tea. So either way, that's my experience, right? And I'm living here and shit. And I'm like starting to, you know, get to know myself and make a home for myself. And now I know what the fucking home feels like. And that shit feels good. I know what a home felt like when I was little. You know what I'm saying? When I was smaller. When I was a child. When I believe I was like a child, like 5th grade and under. After that, good night. So back to the motherfucking point. Point is, home insecurity is fucking serious, and that shit had me shaking in my boots, scared, crying, worried. Like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I did my fucking taxes finally, right? Did my fucking taxes finally. Had to use a different thing than I usually use because TurboTax was trying to take me out of my money, trying to only give me $200 back. What? I go on like tax USA, free tax USA, some shit like that. Bro, they giving me $1,000 back. Period. Like, the fuck is this? But then I also like filed for some other shit. I feel like I should not have filed for that, but who cares? And then they took $500 from me. Sickening. Either way, point is, taxes don't make no sense, guys. Completely not important. The point. The point is that, you know, I'm waiting on that money to come, and I'm trying to be like, you know, just believing that everything's gonna come and all this stuff, but I'm fucking worried, sick to my stomach, tossing and turning in bed. Like, I'm not feeling good about this shit. I'm like, damn. And I'm like asking myself, you know, and I'm talking to the universe and shit, because, you know, we be talking back and forth. And I'm just like, yo, like, bro, y'all really finna let me go out here with no fucking place to stay? Like, that's scary as fuck. Like, I'm scared. Like, that's a lot. Like, you know, just tweaking for real. Tweaking, worried, all this extra shit. And at the same time, I'm like, you know, I'm like, there's no way she would do that to me. Like, why would she do that to me? She know everything I've been through. Like, why would she do that to me? She don't want me to struggle. Like, and I'm just worrying and shit. But I'm like, you know, she's like, are you still gonna go if you don't have a place to stay? Because the money it should come by the time I'm there, at least. You know what I'm saying? So, will you still go if you don't have a place to stay? I was like, yes. And the money came. So, the money was in my account. Immediately got me a hotel. Immediately got me a hotel. Maybe not even immediately. I was just searching, trying to get a good price, trying to get a good place, you know, stuff like that. And I was trying not to worry about money. That's the thing, because I know that I don't want to worry about money in the future. I don't want to worry about money right now. I don't want to worry about shit. So it's just like, you know, I'm trying to keep in that mindset. Like, I'm not going to pick this hotel just because it's the cheapest hotel and it could be fucking run down and all this extra shit. Like, no, I'm going to take care of myself, because that's what I was worried about. I want to make sure I have a good place to lay my head, all this extra, whatever. But it don't need to be too much motherfucking money either, because it's like 2-4 nights. Like, it's not that fucking deep. Like, relax. I think it was 4 nights. But yeah, like, I'm not about to spend. I need to fucking eat, you know what I'm saying, while I'm there. So yeah, basically I got myself this shit, and then I go to Chicago. And I'm expecting to move to Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make connects and, like, you know, people trying to put me onto stuff and whatever. But I go to Chicago, I have no connection, no ties, no nothing to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I love Kanye West. That's the only connect I have to Chicago. I do not know that nigga. And so, I go there. I go ahead and book myself a thing for, like, a ticket to some poetry event there. I go to the poetry event on the first night. It was alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't bad. Like, the thing is, you know, there's a lot of black people love that. But it wasn't as filled as it should be. It cost me $30 fucking dollars. And it's just like, I don't really understand these motherfucking events. Like, I'm gonna get into a few things actually. Like, this shit not even ran down, but maybe I'll sidetrack right now. Anyway, so event costing money. I don't understand why the fuck these things cost money. That's really what the fuck I want to talk about. Like, obviously I'm gonna talk about everything else, but why do these things cost money? Like, you're trying to cultivate community. You're barring people from that community by making it cost something. Like, and I'm not mad at them specifically. I get it. You know, they gotta have money in order to have the venue, in order to have this, in order to have that. I get it. But at the same time, what the fuck? Like, let's just go do it in a park, my nigga. It was hot that weekend. Anyway, that's just my thing. Like, I just don't get it, personally. Like, why are you barring members of the community and making it just doesn't make no sense to me. And it's unorganized. Anyway, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying, like, I've been to more organized things for free. So, but I'm also from New York City. Anyway, right? But I didn't hit it. You know, people were really spitting bars. Like, some people was really spitting bars. But then it was also like, you know, people are on stage and people are like talking during the fucking event and stuff like this. I did not think I was gonna get this deep into it, but either way, yeah, like, it wasn't for us to be paying this much money to go to this event, for there, one, to not even be that many people, for two, for people to be talking while other people are going, like, really spitting their poems and really trying to get shit off their chest. Like, it's just like, what type of community is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of community is that? Also, Chance the Rapper was gonna be there right after my event. I could have seen him. I did not see him. I did not stay. I was gonna play around and sneak and stay there, but whatever. I met like some boy there and his friends. They were real good. I shared a poem that, like, not that I'm not proud of. Like, it was just a poem that, oh my god, what are these fucking bugs, bro? Anyway, I shared a poem that, it's not that I'm not proud of. It was just that everybody else was kind of sharing poems that felt more vulnerable. Yeah, I think it just felt like the poem wasn't really about me. It felt like, you know, I think I was just a little shy. I was feeling a little shy that day. And I was really beating myself up about it. Like, it was not that fucking deep. Like, it didn't matter. But I was beating my fucking self up about it. It was my first day in a new place, and I was beating myself up about it. LOL. Like, girl, relax. But anyway, it's like 9 p.m. It's not even like I've been going to sleep later. Like I don't know why that just came over me. Anyways, so I go to Chicago. It's hot that weekend. Basically, the end of the weekend is fucking snowing, crazy. But you know, I'm out there. I'm visiting. I'm looking at apartments. You know, nothing's really calling my name. But I see some shit. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm at these luxury apartments because that's where the fuck I want to be. Fuck. And I'm visiting them and shit. They showing me shit. I'm looking at the space and all that. Whatever. Mind you, the money I spent to go to fucking Chicago, that's all the fuck I had, boy. Like, that's all I had. I'm looking at these fucking luxury apartments knowing that my blessing is coming. Just knowing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna be out. Let me just look at the space. Let me talk. Let me see. You know, I'm set up to talk to a few people to see what the fuck I'm looking at. Like, the fuck? And so whatever, I'm looking at the neighborhoods. I'm seeing and stuff like that. I think one of the first things I did when I got there was give to the homeless. He was so grateful. It was so sweet. But yeah, I was just there. I was unimpressed by Chicago is the point. I was unimpressed by Chicago. I gave to another homeless guy too. That was so sweet. His name was Chauncey. He was real cool. I hope he's good. I hope he's okay. I gave him some food and some money. I was probably the highlight of my motherfucking trip, to be honest. Like, I was out there. Where was the bitches at? Who knows? Who fucking knows? I met one shorty, you know what I'm saying? She was cute. Got her number, you know what I'm saying? Real quick, easy. But that's it, bro. Like, I'm fine as fuck. Like, where the bitches at? Please disregard that. Disregard that. That is so funny. But anyway, yeah, that's how I was feeling when I was there. I was like, yo, what am I doing, bro? Like, what? I don't want to talk to him, man. Do not let him talk to me. Like, what? But I was really blessed. Like, I had like a budget for each day because I did not have a lot of money with me. Like, I just needed to make sure I was able to get back and shit like that. Like, you know. And nobody even knew the fuck I was really out there. Like, some people knew. Nobody really knew. My family did not know. They didn't know I was fucking out there. My dad called me when I was out there. And he was like, what are you doing? Like, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Random. Didn't talk to him I called him today. Short-lived conversation. But, we talked that when I was there, like, my second or third day in. And he's just telling me, like, you know, he's about to go do whatever. He's like, what you doing? I'm like, well, I'm in Chicago right now. He's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. He's like, why are you there? You know, it's just, yeah. Anyway, but I told him to. I was just like, yeah, I'm looking at apartments, whatever. He's like, okay, well, be safe. And that's really all he be saying for real. But yeah, I have no fucking bread for real. I was not asked whether I had money or not. Definitely was not asked that shit. But I was blessed enough to make it through the whole weekend. I was very scared the first 2 days, but I made it back twice, and I was like, alright, you gotta chill with this fear shit, cause ain't nothing bad happening to you. Just keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Keep being you. So I'm being me. I'm trying to be me, you know, making sure I'm doing my yoga, and make sure I'm meditating, make sure I'm taking time with myself, you know, doing things that ground me, watching the shows while I eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to make sure I feel good. And I always bring one of my, like, stuffed animals. I don't ever call them that. I call them my babies. But I always bring one of my kids with me. When I'm going to places and shit. Just so I have somebody to hug. But yeah, I was truly unimpressed with Chicago. Like, nothing about it stood out to me. Like, the people didn't, like, everybody say, oh, you know, they're friendly and stuff like that. You know, New York City, like, people, they be this and this and this. But, you know, Chicago, they're friendly. Bro, nobody approached me. Out of all the people I met, and probably got, like, an Instagram or something, like, one person approached me. I met probably, like, actually interacted, like, on purpose, intentional interactions, 8 people. You know what I'm saying? 7 of those people I approached. Be for fucking real. Like, in New York City, people approach you when you don't even want to talk. Be for real. Like, and it was hot outside. Come on. Anyway, so that was that. So that really like just made me feel like, okay, like I don't know, is this place for me or not? But when I left, like I didn't even feel bad, you know what I'm saying? I made sure I was eating each day, you know, like there'd be times I was not okay, but then like, or I'd be crying and stuff, but then I like kind of just soothed myself and just got to a place where I felt better and made sure I was taking care of myself. And then, you know, it's a new day and like whatever. It was good. It was pretty overall. I took very good care of myself. So then I get back on the plane, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back to my whatever. My friend picks me up from the airport. We smoke immediately. Perfect. Felt amazing. Felt great. I hadn't smoked for like a whole week because I was like very scared like about the upcoming trip. I wasn't excited. I was just very like nervous. So whatever, I go on the trip and stuff, and you know it goes as it does. Smoke when I come back. Oh, praise God, amazing, beautiful, chef's kiss. And I'm just getting messages, you know, and I'm feeling like from the divine, and I feel very like just good. Just kind of peaceful because I was so like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go. I was just so set on Chicago in a way that made me not open to other opportunities. And I feel like going to Chicago and it disappointing me allowed me to be like, actually, I can do anything. And anything is open to me. And so it just made me more open. Which just was helpful. Like, and obviously that's not what I wanted initially. I wanted to go to fucking Chicago and have like, oh my God, it'd be perfect. And I find the perfect place. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to live here. And I'm going to work here. Be for real. And that's okay, and that's not what happened, but I'm grateful that I went still because I left with something else, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't what I thought I was going to get, it wasn't what I wanted to get, but it ended up being what I needed to get, you know what I'm saying? You know how life works. So, either way, that was that, and then, you know, I get a week off, you know, I'm chilling, and I say a week off because, like, you know, I'm just here at school, I'm doing stuff, like, I'm doing my schoolwork and stuff, and then that weekend, like, I wasn't going nowhere. I was just like, okay, like I'm just doing school stuff. I'm just talking to people here. And mind you, the Chicago weekend, I'm missing like my school spring weekend. And then, you know, then okay, the next weekend comes, and whatever, the weekend passed. But then this last weekend, just like yesterday the 29th, I was in New York City. I went to I took the Amtrak just for the like a few hours, and then I came back, whatever. It was supposed to be for a fucking few hours, but either way, I go right yesterday to New York City for this art show that I paid for $50 for, mind you, $50 when I had money back at the same time that I booked the motherfucking Chicago tickets, pretty much, you know, $50 fucking dollars for this fucking art thing, and it's, you know, black art, love, it was like black art, and I figured it was gonna like. The vibe was, I didn't really know what the fuck to expect, but I knew it was in Brooklyn, and I knew it was, you know, called like, you know, it was just a pop-up or whatever, and it had black artists and stuff, and like vendors, and like food, and like, you know, people performing, and like, it, you know, it seemed like it was gonna be great. It was okay. It was okay. $50, I don't think so. If the $50 went to like the artists, the vendors who were there, fine, but $50 for that, crazy nuts. The people I met, amazing, dope, love them, and I love the stuff that they make, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm grateful that I got to be in a space where, you know, people are just sharing their art. But the thing was, it wasn't even that. It was like, it was geared toward people buying stuff, you know, and that's what I didn't like about it. I wish it was like a fucking gallery walk or something. Like, I had wished that it was like, you know, the shit in my room, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just put their artwork up and they're like, buy it, you know, and it's just a black space like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody needs you to buy. We don't have to push capitalism in this space. Like, this could just be community. Like, but that's not what the fuck it was. Like, that's not what the it seemed like the intent was, even though it's supposed to be. Like, why, mind you, also, if I'm paying $50, why am I paying for food here? What? Why am I paying for drinks? What? Anyway, and again, no bitches tried to holler at me. Only a nigga, which was funny. I always think, like, when New York City niggas, like, when they holler at me, I think that shit is hilarious. Like, and they can handle me being mean, so I appreciate it. But no thank you. But yeah, I think actually one girl tried to try to just be a little cuter with me. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. I bought some stuff, you know me. Why not? All I had, bro, that whole week, like when I left Chicago, I was like, alright, all I got is $100. That's it. All I got is $100 for this New York City trip. Currently in my pocket, guess how much I have, guys? Did you guess? I have $7 guys. $7 period. And please do not think that means $7 in my checking account, my savings account has something. $7 period. Savings account on E, bro. Nothing, bro. That's what the fuck my life is looking like in this. And it's not even life, because money is not life, you know what I'm saying? But that's what my bank account is looking like in this motherfucking moment. $7 motherfucking dollars. And praise God. Praise God that I even have $7. That shit is so funny. Like, what? That shit is so funny. Also, sorry, this shit buzz. But what? 7 beans? And I want y'all to really, let's just really put this shit into perspective. Like, I have $7. I'm gonna tell y'all the tea though, like the real life tea. I had gotten a Roth IRA because everybody was telling me get a Roth IRA, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was in a more privileged space because, first of all, having a savings account, privilege. Roth IRA, even more. So it's like, you know, money is just, oh my God. Either way. Either fucking way. Right? I had gotten a Roth IRA. I'm putting money away into it. Max, all it has in there is $900. That's it. That's all the money I put in there. So that's that. Bro, I found out that if you take the money out of your Roth IRA prior to being fucking 65, prior to fucking being retirement age, you gotta pay taxes on it. So money I just put in, money I put in there, I don't know why, I felt like I had researched it enough. I feel like somebody had told me the opposite of that tea, and I was like, period, perfect. You know, I could gain more money, I could take it out whenever I want. Wrong. I think there's just stipulations or something, so we'll see. But either way, the truth is that if you want to be fucking technical, $907, but $7 is in my possession right now without me having to pay taxes on it. Who knows how much they're gonna make me pay taxes on $900? Like, who fucking knows? Either fucking way, that's the tea. That's the tea, and I'm telling y'all, like, straight here from the they get faucet, but from me. So that's that, right? Grateful still, like it is what it is. Like, I'm just grateful I'm in my room. Like, I'm grateful I'm on this campus. Like, I'm grateful I'm here right now. But really putting it in perspective, bro, like, I'm a senior. I graduate this year. It is April 30th 2023. I graduate May 20th 2023, bro. Less than a fucking month away. Does Shanai know? Does Shanai fucking know, like, where she's gonna live after this? Absolutely not. No clue. Question mark. Everybody have been asking me for, like, you know, weeks, bro. People be pushing it in your face. And one thing I will say, if you're not a fucking senior in college right now, and you have senior in college friends, stop asking them what the fuck they're gonna do after college. If you're, bro, do not ask them that. If you're a parent, don't ask them that shit. Like, well, obviously ask them how you can help. If you have the means to help, ask how you can help. Don't ask what are you gonna do. Like, what the fuck do you mean? What am I gonna do? Like, who fucking knows? Are you helping me? I have $7. Like, I have 7 literal beans. I have $7, guys. Like, before that, I swear. It's just so stupid to me. Like, and some shit is so stupid to me. Anyway, there's also a lot of other shit. Like, there's other stuff I'm not even finna get to. But the point is, the financial situation is a joke. But you know, here I am. And that's the only part that's a joke, to be honest. Currently. And I don't think I really know that. I know I'm gonna be good. I just don't know in what direction the blessing is coming. I have no clue where it's coming from. Like, the universe is really trying to put me in a, it's really like, I had gotten a vision earlier today, like in my bed when I was in bed, and it felt kind of like, I think I was meditating, but I had gotten this vision of like a clam, like the clam shell, and like I don't know if it's a clam, the thing that has the pearl in it. I think it's a clam. Oysters? Oyster? I have no clue. I feel like it's a clam shell because I'm thinking of SpongeBob, and then you open it and it has the pearl in the middle, whatever. You guys get the image. The point is, I had the, like, it felt like I was inside of it, and I was next to the pearl, and I'm holding on, like, kind of like, let's just treat the pearl as though it's a baby, like, because that's the vibe I was giving to the pearl. And then there's like little, like the shell was closed, but there's little parts where you could see the light coming in. So like I'm in this dark place, and then the light is coming in some parts, and I'm just like, I can't force the clam open, you know, and it feels like, you know, I'm being carried somewhere. It feels like I'm being carried somewhere, and I'm looking, and light is streaming in, so light is there, you know what I'm saying? Light is there, and it's kind of, I feel like it's, I feel like the vision and the message of it, and to me, was kind of like to just obviously get myself to a place where, even no matter how fucking dark it is, and no matter how uncertain things seem, you know what I'm saying, like, know that there is light in the darkness, you know what I'm saying, and focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on the little bit of light that you have, you know what I'm saying? Little. And so when it opens up, oh my God, all the light is pouring in. You're seeing, like, life is great. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't just, not that it doesn't catch you off guard, but it's just like, this is why we're talking about gratitude today, because it really does matter that you appreciate the little things. Like, it's so difficult, like, I'm gonna just really put it into a easier place, but like, you know, I know many of us have been in relationships where we've been with some fucking body who, you know, they do not fucking appreciate you. They don't appreciate the little things you do for them, you know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate when you go out of your way, you care for them, you get them a gift, whatever. They're not appreciating these things, but then you go ahead and do a little bit more for them. You're like, you know what, okay, well, their birthday's coming up, maybe I should do something real big, you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe I should try a little harder. They didn't appreciate it when you bought them that motherfucking bag, bitch. They're not gonna appreciate it when you take them to dinner and take them out on the town and fucking, you know, they're not gonna appreciate it because they couldn't even appreciate the little thing. Like, they couldn't appreciate you going out of your way and being fucking thoughtful. They're not gonna appreciate you being more thoughtful, bitch. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Like, it's not real. It's not real. Like, and you know that, and you see that. It's not gonna make them treat you no different. Never. They're still gonna treat you like you're dispensable. They're still gonna treat you like, I'm sorry, this, whatever. But they are still gonna treat you like you're dispensable because they don't see, they didn't value you at your base level. Like, they didn't even value that shit. Why the fuck are they gonna value anything else? They're not. And if you needed that, take that with you. Chew on that. They don't care. Sorry. And it's not that they're a bad person or nothing. They just don't know how to appreciate things, and that's real. You know, some people don't know how to appreciate shit. A lot of us don't. But either way, right? So at this moment, me appreciating what I do have, which is this room. I love this room. I love this room right now. And soon I'm gonna have to be out of it. Ugh. But I don't have to think about it because today is the day. Today is today, bro. And that's really where I've been at. Like, because people have been asking me, oh, you know, what are you gonna do after college? Are you excited to graduate and all this stuff? And they got all this light in their eyes talking to me. I'm like, no, I don't know what's next. Let's just be real. Let's just be fucking real. Because everybody, bro, everybody in college is not fucking, bro, like, everybody in college don't got it like that. Like, everybody here don't, everybody in general do not got it like that, bro. Most people don't fucking got it like that, bro. I'm from the Bronx, bro. Like, I'm literally from the Bronx, bro. I went to the school on a fucking tuition scholarship. Room and board still has to get paid, bro. I have $7. Like, yo, like, let's just be so deadass for real, bro. Are you paying my motherfucking bills? No. Like, so shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, what do you mean? And it's, I feel like people need to like be reminded of the fact that no, not everybody has everything. Like, one, nobody has this shit figured out, but not everybody has things. Not everybody has support system. Not everybody has like places to go or couches to even fucking sleep on. Like, not everybody has that, bro. Like, bro, what? I'm not saying don't be excited for people, you know. I'm not saying don't be excited that people, you know. I'm not saying even don't even be excited for yourself. I'm grateful that I've had this experience in college, though most of my experience here was fucking me fighting and hating every fucking second of it. I'm grateful that I'm at this point in this place right now. I'm grateful because if I didn't go through this shit, I would not be who I am right now. Like, I would not be, one, I wouldn't be on this fucking YouTube page. I wouldn't be making this fucking video for you. I would not be in this motherfucking, would I be in this room? I probably wouldn't be in this room, to be honest. But either way, this room would not be as cozy as it feels to me. You know what I'm saying? My mental space wouldn't be as fucking cozy as it is to me. Like, I wouldn't be as fucking joyous as I am. Like, I wouldn't be as fucking grateful. I would not be making a video about gratitude. That's for fucking sure. Like, I just would not be there. Like, I would not. Well, obviously, if I wasn't in college, I wouldn't be in this room. But if I just, college has allowed me to explore myself. You know what I'm saying? And learn myself and sit with myself and allow being alone to not feel lonely, you know? And people say that, but like, for real, like to be alone and to still feel like so warm and held and like comforted, like that's all me, for real. That's me, the universe, you know, we're in communication, that's us. Like, but I don't have to have another person in front of me to feel that, and I'm grateful because that's not how I used to fucking feel ever. I used to feel mad fucking depressed, boy. I used to feel fucking depressed and lonely and fucking and not fucking cared about and fucking just dispensable. Like, I used to feel mad. Yeah, like I used to feel expendable. Like, I used to feel like people did not give a fuck about me at all. And it's not that I think people really give a fuck about me now, but I do see the love and light that I emit and how it touches people. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be able to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm real grateful for that. And that's all I really need is to just be. And that feels good. And that's really it. And I always wanted that, but I didn't know how to get that shit before. And here I am. In it. Praise God. So, either way, gratitude. I feel like I keep going somewhere and I keep turning. Like, please, one path. But yeah, so I go to the Brooklyn thing. I go to the event. I meet people. People are cool. Community. Money. Yuck. So basically my senior project is about money versus human connection. And y'all are gonna see some of it for sure. Like, I'm definitely gonna be working. I actually give a fuck about it very much. Many fucks about it. But I decided just this topic because I feel like I know and I've seen money just change our perception of other people. Like, change our perception of people. Like, when you see somebody who have a lot of money, you already think differently about them. When you see somebody who don't got a lot of money, you already think differently about them. You see somebody with the clothes they're wearing, you're already thinking differently about them. But it's not even that. Like, obviously we know those things, you know, you see those things kind of, but I'm talking about how like money will make you do shit you don't want to do. Money will influence you and make you feel more trusting towards certain things, or feel safer in certain situations, or you think that if you just have money you can have, like, you'll be good. Like, bro, you could have mad money, still be stressed out, still be unhappy. Why? Don't money solve all your problems? No, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, living in survival mode, I get it, okay? Living in survival mode and you feel like you need money, and you just need money in order to breathe, in order to be able to sleep at night safely, you know what I'm saying? In order to just, you know? But then it's like, a lot of people get that money, they make it out the struggle, and then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are they and what do they do? Like, do they just feed into the other type of dynamics? Do they just keep being? Anyway, this is what my project is about. This is what my project is about. So we're just gonna keep a little pin in that, and you're gonna see what it's about later on. Boop, because we talk about all this stuff. But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? It's just like money changes your perception of shit and just makes you just believe differently than what is. Capitalism is absolutely garbage, and it bars us from having fucking true real life community and connections, and that's really my motherfucking thesis, guys. Either fucking way. So whatever. Brooklyn community, money. I leave the event, you know, trying to go back on the Amtrak delayed for 4 fucking hours. I don't get upset, impressed, but I am like, oh my god, I'm just trying to fucking go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Fuck it. Finally get on the train. Finally get to sleep on the train. Nobody could pick me up. People fell asleep, to be honest, but nobody picks me up. Bro, at this moment, I have probably take the money out of my savings account, put it in my checkers account. About $25, maybe $32. Maybe $32. I had $32. My Uber cost $25. Called the Uber. He was like, yeah, he was the last one around. Excuse me. And that was that. I get back to my crib, go straight to bed, bro. Enjoy that sleep. Thank you. Praise God. So grateful. I'm just grateful I fucking made it back. Grateful I didn't get fucking stranded. I'm grateful. I'm just grateful, bro. And then I'm grateful I knew that when I woke up, I was gonna be able to go to one of my dining halls and get food. Like, I'm chilling. So that's really how I'm feeling. Like, I feel good about that. Yeah, that's that for real. But with $7 to my name, I will say that I feel like it's, especially in a safe environment as well, I feel like it's easier to dream, like not even just dream, but just to believe that things are gonna work in your favor. And I think now we're finally getting into what the fuck I wrote down. But yeah, it's just like, you know, today in the shower I was listening to like certain music and stuff, and it's just like, just the music I listen to, like usually spiritual or whatever, but in a way, like it's just the connection I have to the music and like what the lyrics mean and stuff. So I was listening to like Y'all Know by Chance the Rapper and like I Smile by Kirk Franklin. Whatever, love Chance the Rapper. I'm listening to them and stuff, and it's just like the song Y'all Know. I love Chance the Rapper because all his music, like he be so clearly like talking about, like he's just real spiritual, like real God loving, whatever. But he's just, and he never hides it in his music. He don't care, like, and I got that vibe in Chicago. Like it seemed like all of them are kind of like that. But anyway, not all of them, but that's the vibe I was getting from the black people out there. But yeah, this song is like, basically the song is kind of like You'll Know When You Get There, and it's kind of like the two voices, like the one voice who's like usually us, where we're like, am I here yet? Like, is this it? Like, are we here? You know, like kind of trying to walk by faith but not being sure like what the fuck you're doing and stuff like that. And then the other voice is like, you'll know when you get there, like you'll know when you get there, like it's okay, like, you know what I'm saying, hold my hand, like you're gonna get there, it's fine, you'll know, you know. And it's like in the shower today, I felt like I was like yeah, like yeah, because it just reminds me of like how I think I told y'all before, just like with self-love and like with just so many things that people say, like, you know, you got to do it for yourself first and all this stuff, like, and I had told y'all I think about the whole having to versus not even just wanting to, but you know, it's like like with the shell with the clam, back to the fucking clam analogy, it's like seeing the light you know, seeing the little bit of light and being able to appreciate the small bit of it, and just knowing that this is what you have and being so grateful for that, regardless of how little it is, bro. Like, gratitude, bro. Being grateful for just something so small and the presence it has in your life, it'll be easier to know when more of that enters your life. Like, when more of just, it'll just be easier to identify more things to be grateful for. Like, to be grateful for small things, then suddenly you're like grateful for all these other things. Like, I'm grateful I have this, and I'm grateful I have that, and like, oh my god, I'm grateful I have light, and I'm grateful I have like literal lights, like turning on my lights and shit. I'm grateful I have clean water. Like, I'm grateful I have like, I'm grateful I'm able to shower whenever the fuck I want. Like, I'm grateful, like, you know what I'm saying, like shit like that. Like, just being able, just having like small ass shit that we don't look at because we're so used to everything else being put in our face and everything else being so much more important. Like, you know, we take so much shit for granted. And I feel like with $7 in my pocket, I will say I'm fucking grateful. Just really, really fucking grateful. And it's easy. It feels a little easier to be grateful on this side of the spectrum. Like, I'm not saying you can't be grateful when you're a fucking millionaire, but it's like, if you're not a centered ass bitch when you're a millionaire, like, it's probably gonna be real hard to be grateful, thinking like life is supposed to be that, thinking everybody's a fucking millionaire everywhere you go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody do not got it like that. Like, being somebody who's not a fucking millionaire yet, and I don't even know if I really want to be a fucking millionaire, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to have enough to give, and then to be able to, obviously, and that's what a lot of people's dreams are, but it's like to be able to feel comfortable and have enough for me and have enough for all my niggas, and be able to give to people who's like, you know, people who's fucking struggling. Nobody should ever have to struggle. This life, this life, struggle is not life, bro. Struggle is not life. It's not a right way to live, and it shouldn't have to be somebody has to struggle for me to win. Like, that's mad weird. It's just weird as fuck. And that's capitalism, guys. Look it up. Okay, so before my camera decided to get tired of me, basically the analogy I was using with the clam and shit, and just like being able to identify more things to be grateful for. I also was talking about like how self-love, like, just basically like, it's just like when you give yourself so much of something, or like you're so used to, once you're used to something, like just like millionaires and shit, if they're used to having $1 million and shit, like, then they know what it's like to be like, they at least know what it's like to be losing money. Like to have an influx of money, okay, they're used to that. Then they start losing money, they'll be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Just like, if you should practice self-love and you're caring for yourself and you're so good to yourself and stuff, and you're living your life and your mind space is beautiful and you love life and you're feeling good all by yourself, and then you start fucking with somebody and they start making your shit feel mad, like wonky and fucking broken dead, then you'll be like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? You know how to just cut it off. You know how to just change and like maneuver around that and not fuck with them no more because it was better by yourself. But the point is, it's just basically to be yeah, I feel like I got through with that one. I feel like that was a solid one. Hopefully you got that. But yeah, it's just practicing it first would just make it easier for you to obviously bring more of it in, because you're practicing it more, like you see it more and you know where to go technically. Like, you'll just be able to discern when something is giving to or when something is taken away, like, simply whatever, either way. And when it's actually like fulfilling, you know, because you could have mad money and it could be not fulfilling and you'll be like sick to your stomach. But then there could be money coming to you for other reasons, or maybe like in other ways, or ways to give money that feel more fulfilling, like whatever. We're done talking about money. But yeah, I kind of just started, like, this video is supposed to be about obviously gratitude, but I also wanted to talk about like just the fact that we're like, you know, things are always working out for you good. Like, it's always gonna, you know, whatever. Like, it always works out for you good. Like, I have not questioned that. And I'm just like, why? Like, I do believe all things will work out for my good, but I feel like you should know why you believe something. Like, you should know why you trust something. Anyway, and what I'm gonna say, the backup for that is just like, well, I guess it's not even really backup. Like, you believe it or you fucking don't. Like, it's just easier to believe that all things are gonna work out for you. It just feels good to know that, like, to trust that. But it's just like, I just trust that, you know, the relationship I have with the universe, I am the universe. I am part of the universe. The universe is me, you know what I'm saying? And I would not let me down. Like, I just wouldn't let myself fucking suffer, you know what I'm saying? So it's just easier when I see it through that lens. I'm like, oh, like, it don't really matter what the fuck going on right now. At the end of the day, I know she got me because she would not let me struggle for real. Like, she would not let me fucking be on some fuck shit. Like, the fuck? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? And I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of motherfucking shit. I'm not saying, like, I just been through a lot of shit. Alright, I'm done with that shit. And it's like, you gotta wake up to it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know where you're going and what you're doing. And what it's for. But it's just like, yeah. I am grateful that I've had experiences that I can relate to other people. And that I'm able to articulate those experiences and able to relate. Like, just, you know, I'm not particularly grateful that I have a food insecurity problem. Like, no, what? I'm not grateful that there was nights I didn't eat. Like, no. I'm not. Absolutely not. No, that's not real. I'm not gonna make that shit up. I'm not gonna say I'm so grateful I didn't get to eat mad nights and I cried myself to sleep most nights. And no, absolutely, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I am gonna say that I'm grateful for that. From that experience, I'm able to relate to other people and make it easier, like, on other people. You know what I'm saying? That I know that struggle so that I can just use my life source energy to prevent that for other people. Like, that, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that that's what I took from the fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And okay, so what I was gonna say was basically like, you know, if I believe that the universe and I are one and the same, right? And I believe that she would not let me struggle, because why the fuck would I let me struggle? I'm a real ass bitch. Like, I'm fucking with me. I would never do that to her, right? To believe that, and then to know that at least in the physical, you're only really in control of, people say how you react to a situation, but I will also say not just how you react, what you take from that situation, you know, what you learn from that situation, which is really fucking important. You can react in 10 different ways and still feel the same way at the end of the day and not learn shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you take something else from the situation that you wouldn't have before, you know, then that's what really matters. Then that's really where you're starting to tap the fuck in. And it's like, you also just are in control, I guess, of not just how you react or what you take from it, just how long you sit with what you take from it, and like what it means to you, and how that's gonna either be added into your character, or how that's gonna take something else out of your character, or like how it's just gonna help you navigate how you're gonna navigate. It's gonna help you navigate life. Or other situations that maybe are either similar to that, or make you feel like, actually, I don't ever want to go through that shit again, and I'm not finna be around that shit again, and, you know, like, whatever. Either way, and like, what can I do to this and this? And I'm not saying like blame yourself for stuff, but it's like, you know, one, take accountability, and or just recognize the situation for what it is, and with people, and like what they are and who they are, you know, and stuff like that. Like, it is what it is. You don't gotta play the blame game, but we do gotta look like at what's actually taking place with clear, fresh eyes, open eyes. But yeah, I feel like the point I made was a point. I feel like I made the full point. Shanai in the editing room will let us all know if I did make it to a full circular point there. But yeah. But one of the messages I also have gotten, like, while I'm high, while I've been high, was like, she tells me all types of shit. But one of the things she did tell me was like, you know, like these lives that we have are built top down, right? So like the lives start with your dreams, you know, like it starts with the dreams that are in your heart from like basically when you're a kid, like, or like the stuff that or not even just when you're a kid, because some people don't even figure out what they really want to be, or who fucking knows. It doesn't, and you don't have to be one thing. I'm not saying don't feed into that capitalistic shit. You could be whatever the fuck you want. You could do a whole bunch of shit. But there's some things, some people, you know, some people do call to them, like, or some things do call to people. You know, some things really intrigue people. Some whatever, like it doesn't matter. Just the stuff that be on your heart. That's the point I'm making. But yeah, like lives are built like top down, right? And so it's like this is what she's telling me, that it's like it's guaranteed that you're supposed to get that thing that you really want. Like it's guaranteed, or it wouldn't be on your heart, you know? And like and it's not ever like a physical fucking thing. Like it's never like a fucking car. Like, oh, that was your life's dream, a fucking car. No, like if it was so serious that you were supposed to get a fucking car, then the car means a lot to you. Like it means certain things. Like this is showing that this, and like this is like, it just means multiple stuff, but it's never a fucking physical thing. It's always like something that is heart filling. It's heart filling. And by the time you get it, and all the shit you have to go through to get it makes you feel full, you know? And it's not even about that thing, it's the journey to that thing. And so basically top down lives, right, built from like this point that you're supposed to get to, or like a point that you'd like to get to, right, the point that you would be getting to, the end point. And everything before that is the journey to make that end point feel fulfilling. But yeah, that was just something I wanted to throw in there. That's one thing she had told me before. And so I think it's nice to think that, like, to believe that, to know that, to trust that everything is working out for you, and that all the dreams and desires, regardless of how big they are, you know, it's for you. It's for you. And you have to just be open. You have to be open to those dreams, but you also have to be open to how it comes to you. Okay, it's not gonna be a straight fucking shot. Everybody who's ever made it any fucking where has always been like, yeah, it's not a linear road. Like you don't really get it. Like it don't really make sense until you get there, and you're like, oh damn, like all this other shit made sense, and all this other blah 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 made sense too. Like, oh okay, like, you know, even people in the corporate world try to tell you that shit. They're like, yeah, like I'm a CEO of this company, but I would have never saw this for myself because I used to work at a clothing store, and you know, like I used to just like push it on the racks and stuff, and I didn't realize how that was gonna help me in this job and that job and job, whatever. I'm not trying to get us to talk about jobs because fuck jobs, but you know, that's the point I'm making. Like it's a thing that people know and it makes sense, you know. But I feel like this is also another thing she told me. I'm just telling y'all what she fucking tells me. But basically, like, just how this world and like the systems we believe in and the systems that aren't hurting us, like, just mirror something else, that they just mirror like the way life is supposed to work, right? But like with like shitty undertones, like just underlying garbage underneath, with like this fake sense of like fulfillment, like, oh, I got a promotion, like to continue working under somebody else and still not make enough to make ends meet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fucking fulfilling. Like, that's not fulfilling at all. I'm not saying don't be happy about your motherfucking promotion, but like, is that what you really wanted? Is that what you were working your whole life source for? The promotion, to keep working under somebody else? Congrats. Or did you want something else? You know? And the thing is, like, we delude ourselves into like it's just like the world, like it's, you know, it's easy to be like, oh, I don't know, for some people probably talking about God, I'm gonna just say the universe, but be like, oh, it isn't, why would they allow me to go through all this stuff, or why, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, real talk, like, you'll convince yourself that it's cool for you to work a 9 to 5 that you fucking hate every day. You wake up for dumb early in the morning, you work that shit, and you get off the shift, and you're like, you know what, it's fine because I'm gonna get money at the end of the day, and this money is, I'm saving up this money to go get this car because I really want this fucking car. And you know the end goal, right? You know the end goal. And that's the reason you're allowing yourself to be deluded and also work in a fucking environment that you fucking like, that you hate. You're like, you know what, I know what I'm taking from this, I know what I'm getting out of this, I know, and it's for this. The universe is doing the same shit. The universe is doing the exact same thing. She just doesn't tell you all the answers. Like, she just doesn't tell you everything along the way. She's expecting you to get it together. Like, she's like, okay, I'm gonna put you in this situation. I'm gonna let you be in this situation, or I'm gonna put you in this situation, right? That's really what it is. It's either I'm gonna let you be here, or I'm gonna put you in this. And there's stuff you're supposed to take from each situation. She knows where you're supposed to end up. Not we all, but like, your heart knows where you're supposed to end up. Your body knows where you're supposed to end up. She knows where you're supposed to end up. We're all looking in the direction of it. It's just like, here's these other things along the way. Take shit from it. Take things from it. The same way you work this job and you're like, the thing that you take from it is your fucking is a fucking paycheck, and you put fucking hours and time and fucking years and all this extra shit into it. It's the same shit, just not as it's clear to the universe, but it's not clear to us because of the way that we're looking at it. Or we just wouldn't be able to understand because we're in it, you know? Stepping back, we could understand it. And after we go through a bunch of stuff, we understand it. But you have to get through it first. Like, you have to go through it first before you can understand anything. But jobs and shit, they make us feel like, here we are talking about fucking capitalism again. But jobs and shit, they make us feel like, and also just this life is making us feel like we have to know everything before we do something. You don't gotta know nothing. You don't gotta know nothing to do nothing. Ever. Like, what the fuck? You could just start. Like, you ever just scribble in your fucking notebook? You don't know what you're drawing. You're just drawing. Like, that's the fucking point. Just be in it. Just enjoy it. Fuck with it. You ever listen to a new fucking song? Like, you don't know what the fuck's happening next in the song, but then sometimes you're surprised and you really fuck with it. Sometimes you don't fucking like the song, but you had to be in the motherfucking song. You had to listen to the song to get there, to make that, to know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. That's basically really where I wanted to be. Like, that's really what I wanted to say. I feel like, I hope this video kind of made this kind of clear, but yeah, I'm just here, you know, guys. Be fucking grateful. Try. I've been doing this grateful shit since I was in fucking high school, just because I needed something to fucking love, you know, about life that didn't include another human being. I just needed to do something, and I needed to not be so fucking depressed. I was so depressed, and I really didn't want to be. I just want to say thank you for listening. I know it's only some of y'all in here right now, and soon it's gonna be a lot more of y'all, but I'm just grateful. I'm grateful I get time to just talk, and I'm grateful you guys like to listen to me. And first of all, hold on, peep the sweater, beautiful people we are. Shout out my man's Sean, you know, Rosiah, you know what I'm saying. Check out his shit. I'm gonna just put his website here or something. Yeah, so y'all could cop some of his shit. Oh, I was gonna say, like, just basically also, like, you never know where the fuck your life is going. Real talk, like, when I made this fucking me cursing just left and right, but when I made this YouTube channel and stuff, and when I was telling y'all, like, about, you know, my ex-girlfriend, the summer one, and then also, like, my ex-friend, her sister, and then also my ex-girlfriend, the toxic one, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's just literally so funny. Like, it's just funny how life is. Like, you know, it's literally the moment I let go of them. My ex-girlfriend, the summer one, it's her birthday today, actually, but I haven't talked to her. I don't plan on it. It's just, it is what it is. But, you know, the ex-friend, they reached out to me, and then we started talking again and stuff. And then my other ex-girlfriend, like the toxic one, she reached out to me. Did she reach out to me, actually? I might be fucking lying. Maybe she didn't reach out to me. It doesn't matter. We ended up talking again too. and stuff like that. And like I be seeing her like and stuff like that. Like it's cool. Like everything's cool on both of those fronts. And it's just so funny because I was really sick to my freaking tummy dumb bum about them at some point, and now it's just like, oh, everything's chill. And like other friends that I've had during this experience in like college and stuff that have completely fell off and or have left me completely abandoned and all this other like, now it's just like, oh hey, what's up, like, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling, like you really don't know where life is gonna take you. And it's just so funny, like it's just so funny. It's so funny. I was fighting for my fucking life, bro. I was fighting for my fucking life, and here I am, like, joyous and shit, you know, a new bitch, same circumstances, but it's just like a new outlook, like, same people, different feelings, like, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, these, it's not like I'm like best friends with any of these people. Please do not get me wrong. I'm not about to play that game, but I am gonna say like, I was so sick to my stomach over losing these people, like, and then I stopped being sick to my stomach over it, and it was what it was, and then there they were again, you know. Maybe that's why they have that saying, you know, if you love them, let them go type shit. Because it's like, I feel like if you love somebody and then you let them go and you just really just, it is what it is, you know, just let them go, and then they do resurface, it doesn't mean they're for you, you know. Obviously vet them, make sure they can be in your fucking vicinity or inner circle or anything. I'm always vetting these things. I am now always vetting these niggas. Cause I'm joking. I was not vetting bitches before, and I was kept getting played out. I'm tired of that shit. I'm done with that shit. Good night. But you know, it's just like, yeah. I don't think it means that the person would immediately, like, it just means that the person is meant for you, but I do think it means, like, okay, like, now use all that shit that you learned in the meantime and look at them again and see, were they meant to be in your life? Are they meant to be around you? Are they a good person to you? Are they meant to, you know what, was it worth being sad over? Because it's okay to be sad about shit regardless if it's gonna stay or not, but it's just like, you know, does this align with who you are right now? You know, does this align with the person that you're trying to become? And just be real with yourself. You already lost them once. You'll probably be fine if you lose them. You'll most likely, definitely 100,000% be fine if you lose them again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and is it even losing? Is it really losing? Is it losing, or is it just learning to live without? I'm just saying. Anyway, just not trying to drop a bar or nothing, but yeah. And I think the other thing that I wanted to say, which is so funny because I didn't think I'd be talking for this long, but the other thing I wanted to say is that I've been wanting to cry so much recently. Because I've been seeing stuff with like community, and I really, you know, I was telling you how, like, I'm cool being by myself, like, I'm fucking with it, like, I love me, I'm cool, and I don't be feeling lonely and shit like that, like, and sometimes, you know, of course I feel like, you know, damn, I just want to be hugged, I just want to fucking hug, whatever, like, that's real, you know what I'm saying, like, physical touch, close contact, all that shit, like, that shit is needed, that shit is real, we need that shit out the womb. But either way, don't mean I can't go, like I'm good, I'll hug myself, bitch. But the point I'm trying to make, I just be jumping. I've just been thinking about community a lot, and I just went to this show today. I went by myself, and it was just something that was happening at the school, you know, so I was about to fucking cry my big ass eyeballs out. Big ass eyeballs, funny, but I was about to cry my eyeballs out because just in general, like, people were just singing together. They were just singing together. That's really all the show was. They were just singing together, and somebody was retiring, you know, they were saying all these sweet words about this person and how they really changed the music department, whatever, you know what I'm saying, nothing too crazy, but damn, bro, like, I was really finna cry. I was just gonna cry while they were singing, because it's so moving to just, I feel like, to sing with other people, or to just make sound like that, or to just be in community and do something creative and kind and beautiful and loving, you know, like, singing is so beautiful. And it's not just singing, you know, but singing is like Like, you can hear it. And I don't know how to explain that. Like, you just, I've always liked when I could see the passion in people when they're doing something. It is fucking 11 o'clock, y'all, and it's been a minute, but yeah, I think what I just wanted to say, what I was trying to finish saying was just music, just people singing together, and it's been making me want to cry a lot recently. Even like small groups to big groups. I saw these two little kids. There's so much I've been feeling lately. I've just been real emotional, and just been ready to cry a lot. And it just feels good to be that present and be that ready to cry. And I keep trying to allow myself, I'm like, you can cry if you want to cry, like, it's okay. In public, it's fine. You know, it's okay to be this vulnerable. And I appreciate that. I've cried. But either way, yeah. I just was at this performance and it was just making me feel a lot, because I think that's really all. I was writing something down when I was there. I was writing something about how, like, people always say, like, you know, you come into this world alone and you leave alone. Like, it doesn't really fucking matter if anybody leaves your life. Like, it's just you. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. And America is also individualistic and, like, you know, like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do everything by yourself, and it's you. And then we talk about how it's lonely at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, one, why does there have to be a top? Because if there's a top, that means there's a bottom. And then also, it's like, why can't we just, like, one, you come into this world alone. Like, bitch, somebody pushes you out. That's really not alone. Like, you have to be somewhere. But yeah, okay, you enter the world alone. Sure. And then you leave the world alone. I feel like all the people you touch in this world, like, and the impact you have on them, whether it's good or bad, like, I feel like that's something too. Like, it doesn't feel alone. But either way, let's say you do come in the world and you leave the world alone. Fine. Why do we have to be alone our whole life? Why can't we just enjoy each other now? Like, why can't we just be right here, right now? Like, and just love each other, and just form community, and just bond, and just connect, like, and not need anything back from anybody, and not need to get something out of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this nice ass interaction with this guy on the Amtrak train headed to Brooklyn, like headed to New York and stuff, yesterday. And the thing is, it was a really good, great, riveting, enjoyable conversation. And then he asked me, like, you know, obviously men always trying to fucking bag somebody. Nigga, just because I had a great conversation with you doesn't mean I want to fuck. Like, maybe I just had a good conversation with you and you don't even need to know my name and we could just leave each other alone. Like, what about that? Have you ever explored that possibility? You don't have to be, I don't have to be your girl for our conversation to be good. I don't even have to be your friend. We could just have a good conversation. And that could be it. But, yeah. I feel like, you know, this video type long, and I don't know how long it is, you know, after the editing and shit, but I will say thank you again for listening to me talk. Thank you for entertaining my conversation around gratefulness and pretty much being present, because that's what I've been trying to do this week and just this last week and all of this time, because I'm like, you know what, fuck it, like, I may not be super excited about the future. It's not that I'm not excited. I know great things are going to happen. I just don't know how. So I'm not, yeah, it's not even that I'm not excited. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not trying to think about it for real. I'm just trying to be here right now. And I'm not trying to think about the past too much either. Like, obviously I'm reflecting and shit, but I'm not trying to think about, like, I'm not trying to let that pull me back, and I'm not trying to let the future pull me forward, bitch. Like, I'm here right now, and I'm gonna enjoy this moment right now, because that's all we got anyway. Yeah, that's it. And I love that. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful my mind allows me, and, like, my body allows me, and that I'm here, and that I'm allowed to be in this space right now. Yeah. And I'm sleepy right now, so I'm gonna fucking go to bed. But either way, right now, I'm gonna close with this motherfucking video. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in, and I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you will share this with friends and family or others and strangers and shit. You know, if you're new to the page, I don't know, I don't. If you're new to the page and you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what's stopping you. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not new and you've been watching my vids. Love you. Subscribe. And other than that, for real, you know, like this video, comment below something you liked about the video, something you're grateful for today, something you're trying to do more of, and like how you want to be more present, why you don't dislike or hate money, like what kind of community you would like to see in the world. Like, comment something. And y'all already know, if I'm not your favorite YouTuber yet, I will be. See ya.